license is suspended, but I do have permission to drive once a week.
Let's dive into today's episode with one of the wildest pursuits you'll see in a long time. Norwegian police DashCam footage captures the intense moments as two Swedish men, fresh from a jewelry store robbery, attempt a daring getaway on a moped. The officers did an incredible job catching up to the suspects. It was absolutely insane, but in the end, both were arrested, and that's what matters most. On July 27, 2024, a trooper was patrolling when he observed a motorcyclist with an unreadable tag and conducted a traffic stop on the rider.
Good. You can't have you play like that. I didn't know it. Okay. It's not readable, it's bent. It's got to be like right here. You have your license, insurance?
My license is suspended, but I do have permission to drive once a week for medical and grocery, and that's what I'm doing. I came to get the money to be able to go to the grocery store.
So who gave you permission?
The judge.
What judge?
Conway, Fulton County.
Following a short exchange, the suspect stated he was allowed to drive, even though his license was suspended. After checking his documents, the trooper ordered the suspect to get off the motorcycle.
Alright, here's that. I'm not going to tow your bike, but you don't have any permit for that, to be driving.
Yes, sir.
You don't have nothing on you?
No.
It shows there's nothing active that allows you to go back and forth, no permit or anything like that. So the only ticket I'm writing you is for driving on suspended. You're definitely not supposed to be on that if you're suspended. So your court stuff's down here, payment stuff's on the back. Those are basically the two options. Okay? So just don't let that slip up on you. The court date's right there, okay?
Yes, sir.
Alright, go park that thing, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
In the end, the officer chose not to tow the motorcycle and instead issued the suspect a citation for driving on a suspended license. This group of bikers was cruising casually when a police officer spotted them performing stunts. As soon as they realized they had been seen, they hit the gas and took off, trying to flee from the officer. The bikers were driving recklessly, speeding well over the limit, and even veering off-road in an attempt to escape the officer. After their erratic driving, the bikers successfully evaded the officer, bringing the pursuit to an end.
Coming up on Pleasant Grove.
On October 25, 2024, an officer was on patrol when he received a call about a reckless motorcyclist. The officer quickly responded and located the suspect. When he attempted a routine stop, the motorcyclist took off, initiating a pursuit.
10-4.
Nope, staying northbound.
10-4.
The suspect fled at dangerously high speeds, reaching up to 140 miles per hour. Given that it was nighttime with limited visibility, the risk was even greater. Riding a motorcycle at such speeds made the situation twice as dangerous compared to a car.
Taking 83.
He's going to stay northbound down 83. He jumped the intersection.
Be advised northbound, passing the 83.
No,
At one point, the suspect briefly managed to lose the officer by creating distance, but the officer quickly closed the gap and regained visual contact. The high-speed pursuit continued with intensity as the suspect refused to stop.
We'll notify Roger.
10-4.
Okay, struck my unit.
L44 1050.
I'm 1050. He struck my unit.
10-4.
We're still eastbound. I'm not sure if this is still on or not, but we're still eastbound.
10-4.
He crashed. Get on the ground! Now! Hands up!
The pursuit came to a dramatic end when the suspect lost control and crashed his motorcycle. The officer moved in quickly and took him into custody without further incident, bringing the wild chase to a close. On March 1, 2025, an officer on night patrol observed a motorcycle operating without any lights. When the officer attempted a traffic stop, the motorcyclist refused to comply and fled, initiating a pursuit. The motorcyclist attempted to flee, but due to the limited power of his bike, he was only able to reach speeds of 20 to 30 miles per hour. Despite the low speed, he continued evading the officer. pursuit ended when the suspect lost control and crashed his bike. The officer quickly moved in and placed him in handcuffs, bringing the short chase to a close. On October 29, 2024, an officer on patrol observed a motorcycle driving recklessly. The bike matched the description of one that had recently fled from another police unit.
Another day, but they did ski at a high rate of speed today.
Speeds 140 traffic is light. We're passing 8 cocktails, 365 northbound.
The suspect fled at high speeds, weaving through traffic in an attempt to escape. Despite the distance, the officer remained in pursuit, doing his best to close the gap.
Westbound on 89 bypass.
Westbound on 89 bypass.
Be advised, we're calling on Highway 89 heading back towards 40. That works.
Speeds 110, traffic's light.
Speeds 110, traffic light.
It's crossing over I-40.
Crossing over 40.
He just crashed out at the intersection of I-40.
Crashed out at the intersection of I-40.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
The pursuit ended when the suspect suddenly stopped in the middle of the road and surrendered. The officer conducted a high-risk stop at gunpoint and safely placed the suspect under arrest. On October 3, 2024, during his night shift, officer observed a motorcyclist driving recklessly. The officer attempted to initiate a traffic stop, but the suspect accelerated rapidly, igniting a high-speed pursuit.
Well, they do have a lane closure or something here. They're forcing everybody off at Night Street. Afraid of the losing. He's not going to He's been black male. He's got a jacket, jeans, black Collins, I believe it is.
The suspect was driving recklessly, reaching extremely high speeds and weaving through traffic, narrowly avoiding collisions with other vehicles.
No traffic. We're the wrong way. We're the wrong way on the service road. Going back up to 9th Street.
The suspect got onto the highway and accelerated, reaching speeds of 120 miles per hour, which was extremely dangerous both for himself and for other road users.
Speed 93. Traffic light.
Looks like we're going towards 440. Coming up on the south interchange right now. Speed's 85. We're gonna be continuing 30 west. Push him towards the shoulder if you can.
17. When he slows down again, I'm going to try to box him in.
All ahead. If you get front, I got left side.
He's wobbling pretty hard. 103 is the speed right now. Traffic's still late.
On 65th Street, speed's 101, traffic's still late.
Multiple patrol vehicles joined the pursuit, doing their best to catch the motorcyclist, but it was proving difficult. The high-speed chase and the motorcyclist's erratic maneuvers made it a challenging task for the officers to safely arrest him.
University, 30 West. Get in front of them. We're going the wrong way towards University. Notify LRPD.
14, get in front of them. We're going the wrong way towards University. Notify LRPD. University. Northbound University on the wrong way, coming up to 65th. One car, he's on the left. On the left, on the left. Y'all back off just a little bit. I'm gonna hit him right here.
The pursuit ended when the officer successfully blocked the suspect's path, forcing him to crash into the officer's car. The motorcyclist lost control and fell off his bike. Officers immediately handcuffed him and placed him into custody, bringing the high-speed chase to a close.